India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitaraman has steeply reduced the import duty on gold. According to media reports, in the budget for 2024 introduced in the parliament by Mrs. Nirmala Sitaraman the other day, the total import duty on gold has been reduced from the earlier 15% to 6%. The import duty on gold consists of a basic excise duty plus an agricultural infrastructure development cess. So, this is going to be a very major step for the gold industry and for the common man in India who uses gold in many important occasions in their lives. But there are other major impacts also because the high duty on gold in India led to higher prices, and the price difference between gold in India and foreign countries resulted in gold smuggling became a lucrative business for many in India. So if the difference becomes thinner and thinner, it would decrease smuggling. Let's look into the emerging situation. Welcome to Insights. This is Hari Kumar. Now, as I said earlier, the reduction in total duty on gold is definitely going to give some relief to the common man in the country because Indians use a lot of gold on important occasions in their life like marriage or birth of a new child, etc. Now, the gold a reduction in duties on gold will result in gold becoming more affordable to the common man. The impact of the announcement of Finance Minister was visible in the market immediately. Prices of gold, silver and platinum fell. Reports say the price of 10 grams of gold fell by more than 2000 rupees. It was for the first time in the last few months that the price of gold has fallen in the Indian market. So definitely this is going to help the common man in a big way. But more than that, there will be huge impact on smuggling. One would often wonder, or we used to wonder always, why the government of India was importing such a huge tax on gold. Because of the huge tax on gold, the prices of gold in India were on the higher side. In fact, it was much higher than the price of gold in foreign countries. So that resulted in gold smuggling becoming very lucrative in India. A huge quantity of gold which used to get smuggled into India was from Gulf countries, especially Dubai. Smuggling gold from UAE to India started not just in the recent past. I think right from 1970s till date, gold smuggling was a thriving business in India. This was the business that helped India's underworld survive. People like Dawood Ibrahim used to have offices in Dubai. So buying gold from Dubai was not an illegal business. So they used to buy gold from Dubai and they used to send it to India, and they made a huge profit. The gold smuggling in India was a result of a nexus between politicians, corrupt officials, and the underworld. That was the past, but of late, the nature of the network has changed, and the quantity of the gold smuggled into India had also increased. Earlier, it could be a few quintals every year. In the recent past, the gold was smuggled into India in tons. Tons and tons of gold was smuggled into India. So that means a new entrant was also there in the gold smuggling, that was money laundering mafias. Now, in the recent days, three groups benefited from gold smuggling in India. Those groups are one, of course, politicians are there. Without their help, nobody could smuggle gold into India. Actually, a couple of years ago, there has been a very serious allegation that Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan's office has become the nerve center of gold smuggling in Kerala. The principal secretary of Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, Mr. Sivashankar, lost his job. He was arrested because of the alleged involvement in smuggling. Now, there was a lady also involved, Swapna Suresh. She was working in the embassy or the consulate of United Arab Emirates in Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala, and she was said to be or alleged to be involved in the or coordinated the smuggling operations. There were many serious allegations were raised against the chief minister and his family also. Now investigations are going on. As you know, many a time investigations are unlikely to yield any result unless there is political willpower. So gold smuggling cannot be done without the help of blessings of the political leadership. That is the number one thing. Now second is the involvement of corrupt officials. The corrupt officials of the police, customs and other agencies are always involved in this smuggling. Without their connivance, no, not a single piece of gold biscuit could not be smuggled into India. So they will be in the payrolls of smugglers. The smugglers would use their political influence to get officials who help them posted in major airports or ports in India. So that is another aspect. Now, the third entrant in the gold smuggling is a very serious group. This group is terror groups. Actually, if you look into the gold smuggling in Kerala, you would find that the eventual beneficiary of the profit could be extremist groups or terrorist groups who are working in India. So one terrorist group which was recently banned in Kerala, they were alleged, that is to name them publicly, it is Popular Front of India was often alleged of conniving with political parties or officials to smuggle gold into India. They use the profits from gold smuggling to run their operations and to implement their agenda. And this was actually these groups were the real beneficiaries of gold smuggling. The law and order situation of Kerala had deteriorated because of the fight between different gangs engaged in gold smuggling. Now, Kerala had two types of gangs involved connected to gold smuggling. One is the real smugglers who bring gold from Gulf countries to Kerala, and the second is a group of people who rob the smugglers. Now, those two groups often used to fight each other, and the law and order situation of the state had deteriorated because of the fight between the two groups. Now, these gold was often purchased in foreign countries with the money that provided by money laundering groups or Hawala lobbies. The corrupt officials, the corrupt politicians would pump in money or give money, supply money to the Hawala lobbies, who in turn would transfer the money to foreign countries, and using that money they would buy gold from foreign countries and smuggle that into India. So the profit for them would be many times, because the money they are sending it to foreign countries not in the legal way, so they are not paying any taxes. The same money is being used to purchase gold in foreign countries, and again that money will return to India with the help of smuggled gold. When the smugglers sell the gold, they will get a huge profit, and the profit is that the money, the returns are totally unaccounted, and that would give them immense benefits. But by one move in this budget, that entire chain has been broken. Now they will find it very difficult to make huge profits as they used to make earlier. Now the price difference between India and foreign countries. The price of gold won't be that much, and it won't be hugely profitable to smuggle gold from foreign countries and sell it in India. When you can legally import gold by paying a small duty, who will risk smuggling gold from foreign countries into India? So that means that this move is actually a, a blow to the smugglers. So actually, this is going to be a huge reversal for the Hawala lobby, the corrupt politicians and officials, as well as the smugglers. The government could have done it much earlier. One wonders why the government refused to bring down the tax on or the import duty on gold earlier. Then the logic of those who supported high duty on gold was, they said, if the total import duty on gold was brought down, it would lead to increase in imports, and valuable foreign exchange will be lost by the country by importing gold, and that would increase the import bills of the country also. That was what their logic. But they forget the fact that a huge quantity of gold smuggled into India are used for making ornaments, and this jewelry is often exported to outside India. So the argument of India losing foreign exchange by lowering the import duty of gold was actually a pretext used for protecting somebody. Actually, the problem in India is that the governments of India's policy making or decision making is often influenced by officials. These officials are one of the groups that hugely benefited from the import of, or I mean, the high duties and the smuggling, because smugglers used to give them money. If the duty was low, nobody would smuggle and they would not lose money. So anyway, this is one of the good decisions taken by the government in the recent days, and let's hope that the smuggling of gold and the resultant anti-national activities in India will be reduced because of the lowering of total import duty on gold. Meet you with another topic next time. Till then, goodbye.